Sean over at the Center Path, and today we're going to go over one of the insight kind of meditations. Beyond the samatha, beyond just looking at a candle or focusing on the breath. Once we've done that, we want to sometimes do meditations on getting something figured out, solving a problem. Now, that problem could be something like feeling lost, or what should I do with my life, or what kind of thing should I get done this week? It could be anything like that. As far as to the nature of suffering and what does suffering mean, or maybe it's one of the koans or the gonons that you've been given or have or like to explore. You know, what was your face before it was you, or what did you look like before you were born, or something like that. So we do an acronym, which I had learned as a kid from some very odd military training that we had as children. When we were in school, we had the military come by and they would teach us how not to get lost in the forest, because we lived very close to a big forest called Desolation Forest. And we would have to do, you know, survival skills and things like that. And one of the things that they would do is have us stop, which is S-T-O-P. And I'll put it up over here somewhere, you know, stop is. First is to, well, stop, of course. Stop is the first main part. Stop, sit. Sit down, which is our meditation. We sit to become calm, or we become still, right? As you sit, you become still. As you become still, you become calm. As you become calm, then you begin to see things as they should be and are. At least you see them as they are, because you're calmed down now. You're not reacting to everything. And then you can develop your mind or develop your wisdom, and then you can come up with some kind of insight. Now, this is perfect for these kind of things. Now, and when you get lost in the forest, first thing you do is stop and you sit down, you look at you think, where am I? How did I get here? Let's look at the terrain. Let's look at the mountains. Let's look at where the sun is. Do we hear water? Observing is that part there, and then plan. How are you going to get out of this situation? What are you going to do? What are the things you need to do first? Is it going to be shelter? Is it going to be water? Is it going to be getting down the hill? How much time you have? All of these kind of things go into when you get lost. So sit, think, observe, and plan. Think about where you are and how you got there. Do you have everything that you need? Do you need to do something? Observe your surroundings. Is there lots of rocks? Is the weather changing? Are you going to have to build shelter? That's observing, and then planning how you're going to get it done. How you're going to make a signal fire, all that kind of stuff. Now, if we're having a problem with our meditation, or we're having a problem that we're dealing with in meditation, and many of us are trying to do meditation because we're stressed out about something, and we're always trying to figure it out, but we're trying to sit with it and let it go. Well, part of it is to let it go, to let it be. Okay, that's the important part when we're doing meditation. And to sit, to become still, get still, really get centered, focus on your breathing. That's that first samatha. So we can put the S as samatha. T is to think. Observe the problem from a distance, okay? Not involved emotionally or you know, psychologically or something like that, or spiritually. Just observe it as if you were observing yourself observing it. It's the same thing we do with the breath work, right? And then observe your reaction to it, and observe what you can do about it, and then make a plan. Now, what's your plan? Your plan could be like, well, I need to do something now or nothing now. It's totally okay for meditation to keep a pad of paper next to you and write things down. It's not going to undo anything. Now, you take the time it needs to take. You can give yourself 20 minutes, you can give yourself 15 minutes. Sometimes it's better to write it down all the way, but to figure out a problem, to come up with a solution, use this process. S-T-O-P. Do your meditations. Remember, with meditations, if you're starting out, start small. It's not, you don't have to do 20 minutes, an hour, or 2 hours, or anything like that. You're not going to float around. Don't worry about it. Your mind will race. Your mind's supposed to race. It's supposed to jump from thing to thing. That's its job. That's neurological. That is not just you. It's everyone. And you can, I promise you, control it. It takes time, it takes practice, but letting it run amok is like having a monkey or a horse or some wild animal. If that monkey runs around and does whatever it wants and doesn't understand that you're the provider of the food and you're the provider of the energy and you're the provider of the attention, then it's got control, and we need to take control of it. And it's done in a loving kindness kind of way. It's easier to do with small treats and pets than it is to do with hitting and berating, okay, and forcing. You can't force these things, right? Try to force a horse and you're going to get thrown off. If you love up a horse, they want to be with you. They want to hang with you. They want you to ride them. They want that stuff. It's the same thing. Anyway, this is Reverend Sean. It's like a 5-minute video, right? Really short on how to do a meditation to solve problems. You guys take care. Have a good one. Do your meditations. Don't forget to subscribe at the bottom and put a like, because that gets these out to other people. And hopefully this was useful. If it was, let me know. If it wasn't, let me know, and so I can make them better. Okay, and do your stuff. Keep watching. Don't forget to download the cheat sheet, which is called the 2-page cheat sheet or something, or reference sheet, something like that, on the website, thecenteredpath.org. I'll be doing more on meditative tricks, I guess it is, because a lot of people I've noticed in the other formats that I've been watching have a lot of problems with meditation. And it's not as mystical as you think, and you don't have to make it mystical. It can be very practical, and it should be very practical because it's built for stress, man. That's what it's for. That's what Buddhism was for. So go ahead and do your practice, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care.